Brown tree snakes, crude oil prices, and surcharges are just some of the excuses survey participants found hard to believe from GPA management as the reasons for increasing power bills and recurring power outages, according to a qualitative research survey. GPA requested the survey first in August last year and then again sometime in November with about 400 participants. The results came out in January 2012 for the second survey and revealed that about 52% of GPA customers were satisfied, giving GPA a rating of between 6 or higher from a scale of 1 to 10. While customers were generally satisfied, many of them expressed their satisfaction with the improved customer service and reliability. The other 48% who were dissatisfied complained about power outages, the rising cost of power despite efforts to save, and damaged appliances from power surges. CCU Chairman Simon Sanchez agrees that the power agency still has a long way to go in building a positive image, but he tells PNC News that Guam is at a disadvantage when compared to other mainland states and cities that have other sources of energy such as hydroelectric, coal, natural gas, nuclear, and geothermal energy. But for Guam,
the bottom line is Guam is 100% reliant on oil. When Guam was building generation capacity in the 70s, oil was $6 a barrel. Everyone used oil. In the late 90s, we were having load shedding blues. We needed to bring on more capacity. What was the technology used? Oil. Why? Because in the late 90s, even the early 2000s, $16 a barrel. Well, now it's $90, $110 a barrel. We used to spend, $100 million a year in the early 2000s. For fuel. We now spend close to $300 million a year.
Despite the complaints, GPA spokesman Art Perez says the power company is actually thrilled with the results of the survey because it gives the agency a benchmark for improving services and reducing costs. The last time GPA conducted a survey was in the mid-90s, Perez says. He emphasized that on the upside, there were also comments from customers about the improved reliability and service. Guam was once notorious for brownouts that lasted for several hours, but now, Perez says, most power outages are scheduled in advance for maintenance. If there are any unexpected power outages, Perez notes that it lasts less than an hour, if not within a few minutes. Meanwhile, Sanchez says GPA is always looking at ways to save customers, including exploring the feasibility of liquid natural gas.
Liquid natural gas is trending, 15 to 20% cheaper than oil right now. There's a revolution going on in the technology of liquid natural gas that is making it easier to discover, and it's opening up huge supply of LNG globally through this new technology. So countries like Japan, who have gone through the nuclear challenge, have said, hey, they're no longer building nuclear plants, they're going to liquid natural gas.
Is that going to be another cost?
It's going to cost to build the storage and the receiving capacity, because right now we can only store and receive oil. LNG would be a totally different infrastructure. But what's nice about our existing plants is they can burn both oil and liquid natural gas. So that's the second reason we like liquid natural gas, not only because it's cheaper than oil, but because our existing facilities can be retooled at a much lower cost than building a brand new generator. We have enough capacity we can retool to burn